Welcome back to the Shankly sessions. This is your Liverpool versus AC Milan match reaction. Boy, oh boy, what a night we had last night. I was going to do a match reaction last night, but I couldn't do it. I was absolutely exhausted and wiped out from the game. But let's get into this match reaction. Liverpool 3, AC Milan 2. Interesting starting lineup. We spoke on the preview where we didn't think that Klopp would tinker around with the lineup for the Champions League, especially the first game at home, wanting to get off to a good start against a good AC Milan side. But boy, did he ring the changes. If you look at the back, Joel Matip and Joe Gomez in there partnering in the central defence. And then an interesting midfield with Jordan Henderson, Fabinho in the anchor, and Naby Keita. Absolutely unreal. And then Mohamed up front with Jota and Divock Origi. Mane rested. Um, First half was absolutely brilliant. I mean, they got off to an unbelievable start where they just dominated the game all over the pitch. You know, I suppose in the first 15, 20 minutes we could have had two or three goals, real good chances. Salah missing a penalty and getting that early goal. Trent very unlucky with the OG being awarded to Tamori, but broke into the box, absolutely sublime. But the guys were unbelievable all over the pitch, and I tell you, to be back in that stadium after nearly 2 years away from it, what an incredible atmosphere. The build up to the game was unnatural, the crowd were unreal. The greeting of the bus, everything from start to finish. There was just an electric atmosphere around the ground and an excitement that we were just so much better than these guys. And in reality, in the game, it kind of panned out that way. I know they got two late goals in the first half to bring it back to this. They led 2-1 at half time. But it wasn't really the tail of the tape, really, was it? I mean, we were so dominant in that first half for huge periods of it. The guys were incredible from front to back, and then it was just like a lapse of concentration. I think Joel Matip could have stopped that pass coming in for that goal that we gave away. And I think, both goals coming down Trent's side as well was a little bit worrying. But I mean, we were just so dominant. I know we came out second half then, they had a goal that was disallowed and stuff like that, but we just upped the gears again and off we went. It was just an incredible thing. The crowd were incredible all night. But the play between Trent and Salah, and it was interesting because looking at the game, Salah kept on signalling to Joe Gomez when he picked up the ball to give him that ball over the top, kind of like what Alisson does sometimes to him. But he didn't read it. Every single time he didn't read it to give him that ball. So the ball had to come across into Trent, and Trent had to work it up the line to Salah. But Salah was waving for that ball over the top every single time. It was incredible to see. And Joe just obviously, it's his first kind of start back and stuff like that. So he obviously wasn't into the reading of the game and the understanding of it and stuff like that. But again, had like so solid at the back and so calm. There was no, none of this anxiety or issue about defending or anything like that. Fabinho was incredible all night, just breaking up play constantly. Keita doing his thing, just dropping the shoulder and moving around players and moving the ball in tight positions. Robbo working tirelessly down the wing all night long. Hendo doing his thing, constantly making himself available, linking up the play and geeing up the boys constantly. Divock even putting in a shift, and unfortunately got injured in the 62nd minute and got subbed off in the 63rd minute. Sadio came on, an absolute ball of energy. But again, lacking a bit of confidence, you know what I mean? Having to take that extra touch, that extra bit of movement, stuff like that, instead of the old Sadio we know where he can just, turn on a twopence and just absolutely slam the ball into the back of the net like we seen at the weekend. I think he needs to stop overthinking things and just have a go more often, you know what I mean? And he'll get a lot more. 71, two changes came on. It was looking a bit ominous. Jota obviously had put in a serious shift. Obviously needed to come off. Maybe the thoughts is resting him for Palace at the weekend. He came off. Curtis Jones came on again. Great reception. Another ball of energy came on. Couple of real good runs. I like the way Curtis's style is so direct as well. Like he just goes, picks up the ball, runs at the defenders, shifts the ball, makes shape and has a go and has a shot, you know what I mean? I think that's really good. I think a lot of the other players on the pitch could look at that and think maybe that's the way to go, instead of this tippy-tappy constantly trying to open up things with these passes and stuff like that. Look, if you're on the 18-yard line, let fly, you know what I mean? What have you got to lose, So he was so unlucky with that effort. Obviously, Keita went off then same time, and on came Thiago Alcantara. Absolutely brilliant reception for Thiago. They were singing his song constantly and stuff like that. He was lapping it up. Also Trent, they kept on singing his song. The Scouts are in our team, and he was lapping it up from the crowd, geeing them up every time he was down in that bottom corner for a cross and stuff like that. He was geeing up the crowd all the time. They were so boisterous, you know. 84th minute, Salah goes off, and on comes Ox. This was interesting because Salah was very, very disappointed. I don't know if any of you picked it up on TV, but he was really, really disappointed in coming off because he had put in a real shift. You know, and he's also like, I think he's gone top of the goal scoring for Champions League, I think, for us now, or he's either top or he's joint top now, where he's caught up with Gerrard basically. He's going to surpass that, there's no doubt about it. And then in the 84th minute, Jordan came off, looked a bit weary, and on came James Milner again. Another ball of energy comes on straight away, up bends a lad, gets a booking as only James Milner can, you know. But I mean, overall performance, I mean, you know, even if you look at the stats, we were so dominant, you know. 8 shots on target versus 3 for them. 8 off target versus 3 for them. But even block shots, 7-1. You know, the possession was a weird one, 57-43. When I looked at that stat, I thought, looking at the match and witnessing it live, I thought we were way more dominant than that in terms of possession. Corner kicks 15-2. So we were attacking all the time and pushing all the time, you know what I mean? So I just think it was overall, I think bar the 2 goals, which to me were two real soft goals really to give away, a little bit of movement and not tracked. I think apart from that, you know, 3-2, I think flattered AC Milan. I think on another day we could have had another 3, maybe 4. Feel sorry for Divock going off injured. Back in the team, given an opportunity to put it out there and see what he's about, but unfortunately got injured. You have to feel for the guy, you know. And I know a lot of Reds fans out there, you'll come on to me and you'll say, look, Divock Origi, he's not really up to it. But if you look when he's in the team and he has a bit of a run, look at the goals in the past that he has scored for us, you know. So, you know, I wouldn't be writing him off yet, you know what I mean? The one thing I was amazed at last night, a lot of Liverpool fans talking about us not having depth and not having a bench and stuff like that. Well, last night we kind of proved that there is a number of players there that can come into the side and absolutely do a job. And if you look at the bench last night compared to the starting lineup, it's a decent bench that we had there. You know, Curtis was on it, Sadio was on it, Thiago was on it, Ox was on it, James Milner was on it. That's a decent bench, you know what I mean? And yeah, lads will come on and say, yeah, we didn't get the transfers that we wanted. Correct, we didn't get the transfers that we wanted. But that team is a winning team. There's no doubt about it. And that team is going to make moves this year in terms of the league and in terms of the Champions League. No teams want to come to Anfield. The Anfield, you know, that crowd is just electric. The atmosphere under the lights for a Champions League game. Most teams can't contend with that, you know. And I think we're going to be, a real force to reckon with in the Champions League this year and also in the league. But that's kind of a wrap up. It was brilliant, like, you know, I mean, the crowd from start to finish were unreal. I didn't see, like, we spent the day in Liverpool yesterday. I didn't see too many AC Milan fans around. I seen a cluster of them when we were going around to the back of the stand to go into the stadium. There was a cluster of them across the road. Not many, probably about 50, 60. But we didn't see a whole lot of them, and we didn't hear a whole lot of them even during the game. Because the Liverpool crowd, we were so boisterous, you know. But tell you one thing, brilliant to be back at games again. We really know how to pick them. I tell you, in times I've been coming over here to games, I've been so lucky. I haven't experienced yet a draw or a loss, and I haven't experienced yet a boring game, so I've been so lucky. So we roll on to Palace at the weekend, and then Norwich next week in the Carabao Cup. No doubt they're going to ring the changes again. I would expect for the Palace game that you'll see a more return to order, presuming not too many knocks were picked up or niggles last night. And then Norwich, you're going to see the changes rang big time for the Carabao Cup, because we know Klopp, he doesn't really care about the Carabao Cup. He knows where his bread and butter is. Well, as always, this has been your Shankly Sessions. This is your big match reaction to Liverpool versus AC Milan in the Champions League last night under the lights at Anfield. Amazing night altogether. If you want to contact the show, of course, you can drop your comments into this episode, or you can contact us on the upper tier on Facebook and on Instagram. If you want to contact us on Twitter, @SessionsShankly, Or if you want to hit us up for the videos, Dynamo Podcast Network on YouTube, and audio versions of the show are available through Spotify, Podbean, iTunes, wherever you pick up audio versions of the show. And we will chat to you later. I will be dropping a player rating show on the way home later today when we're leaving Liverpool. Until next time, appreciate it, lads. As always, like, share and subscribe.